Welcome back to Factorio MSX GigaBase, our marathon tech-priced extreme SpaceX. You can see we're starting to get UPS back now that the factory is starting to wind down and go into sleep mode. We're not going to let it do that for very long. We have completed our science research. As you can see, there is no SpaceX science remaining, and so we have obliterated our science facility, and everything else is just slowly buffering up, hence the good UPS. If we go to the map, there is a few things I want to show you. This is the state of one of our coppers in our green circuit external stack. I think the iron is faring a little bit better, but if we come up here into the our copper 4 smelter, you can see that most of those this one's okay, but there's a lot of stress in our ore patches basically. I mean, that's more than half, and they're now having to travel quite some distance. This one's not too bad. We fixed up this one, but I mean, all of the nearby part of these has been sort of shredded, and now they're, well, this is not too bad, but you know, they're having to draw from over here. This one here needs to move, and probably can move over at this point, etc., etc. It's not too bad. There's quite a lot of damage to this facility. And over in Iron 3, this one is now starting to show a lot of wear. This one probably needs to be moved, maybe turned into 2 individual ones, one coming up through here and one maybe way over here to pick up this. Our massive, this one that was once a massive supply is somewhat stretched at the moment. Because it's all wound down, it doesn't matter, because these are sort of surviving quite well. Our patch, our 457 million patch, is now 433 million with a huge hole drilled into it here. It still seems to be coping fairly well though, but it's another one that would probably benefit from at least some of it moving to here, maybe the rest of it moving over here, or even further over. This one over here, that hole was natural, it hasn't really been tapped that much yet. It only has one train anyway, so nothing too dramatic there. And finally down here, again, this one is wow. This one is in quite a state. So yes, it's another one that needs to be moved down quite aggressively, and maybe that one moved up. So there's quite a lot of maintenance that we have to do to get our UPS back on track, but the main point of this episode is actually going to be to make another PU stack, processing unit stack. So I'm going to get a fresh blueprint. I am going to zoom in to about here. I don't really want this part of it, but in fact, I'm doing that around the wrong way. It'll be easier if I do it. Well, I could do it like this, I guess. So we're not going to use this exact format. We're actually going to change the format a little bit, but that's a good start. It might be easier to plonk that down and then fix it up. Oh, our good friend Infinity Zoom is going to come back in handy. Oh, it looks like I didn't quite go high enough. Maybe, I know. Oh, that actually does represent an interesting idea if we had it on its side. Just infinity zoom out a bit further. So yeah, we could have it sort of on its side. I was going to flip it all the way around, so one more like that. But I actually quite like that. Whoops. I quite like this aspect now. And then we'll just have to provide an exit for the path here, which we might just go straight down. Let's do that. Now, let's get those guys out of there because we're going to do some manual maintenance on this. There we are. Use the Infinity Zoom reverse to get back into zone. I'm going to change up this whole design as well. We might possibly need more pumps along here. So yeah, I don't want this duplication of the supply. We'll use the common one that we have in this area. I can replace that pump, it'll be easier. So that sorts out that. Now, this design over here is kind of fine, except that it's too wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, so we want about 14 wide, but we want a different pattern. I've only got 10 of these on me. Auto trash, let's get rid of those from auto trash now. What else? Probably these as well. So what we want is a pattern where something like this. And I need more of those. These are, of course, well, it doesn't like copying from either that or I've completely forgotten how. Doesn't matter. We'll just do it this old-fashioned way. Oh, there we go. And pipes. I don't have any pipes on me. They've probably all been removed, anything like that from here, because I did a big clean out. Oh, good grief. Well, we are going to need some of those, but probably not as many as we have. I guess I will run back over there and get the rest of my equipment. We'll see what we can do to prune this down, and then we want to set up our building. We don't really need that one up anymore. All of that. Interesting that that one's still there. Probably shouldn't be. So we're trying to work on building the fusion reactors. We need to build about 10 million processing units to do that. So that's what we are endeavoring to do. Hopefully I have some pipes and beacons still here. If not, I will get the supply train to bring me some. None in there. I've got beacons, I don't have pipes. How about we tell this to just come and bring, say, I know we're going to need a few, so maybe 300 or 200 or whatever it was. 200 of each, that'll do for now. We have 50 of each of those. That's fine. So there's a little bit of redesign going on here. I'm kind of leaning towards wanting to do substations, but they are slightly too wide, which might be an issue. Beacons, so you guys come along here. Too far anyway. So you get a pattern that's sort of like that. We may have to push these up. Yeah, or flip these around, doesn't really matter. So where there's one, that is where the pipe goes, because that's enough room. And then, of course, we need our supply chest and our requester chest. $480 and $48. Doesn't do it. Right, I'm just dumb, something like that. 480. 48. So the only other thing is how far across can we go with these? Not especially far. So every third one would need to be one gap. One extra gap in this pattern, which I guess we could immediately give back by something like that. Then blueprint. something like this. So we get away with using the substations. Oh, except that we don't, because the next one actually needs to be in here. Might not be worth investing in substations. They can't reach very deep into this whole thing. So it would be 2, and we can't reach there, so we'd have to go there. Which means this would have to be the spaced version. That doesn't work, does it? So we'd have to have something like that. Then maybe we could fit those ones in. Then that would have to go there. So it would be a repeat of this pattern that we'd get. Something like that. And we'd want 14 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 more after that would basically give us this here. We can't fit that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, right, that's 14. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items of providing power. Which will be 14 in total for 3 rows, rather than at least 2 per. So you save a lot of the electrical grid by sacrificing those gaps that we've had to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaps. Saves us a whole lot of extra power, so that's kind of what I am aiming for there, I suppose. Let's go and get those pipes. and maybe order some other things to fill this design, and then start replacing the build in here, and then we can start actually building it. That's the general idea. I might have to pause or chop some bits just to make this flow a bit faster. Have a drink of my beverage. Don't we? Beacons, 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 beacons. What's in here? Definitely don't need those. Probably do need those. I doubt we need quite as many as... well, you never know. How about I just get, say, 800 or something? We're going to need some more speed modules. Maybe 1600. Just bring me that stuff. That would do. That would be a nice start. So before I start slapping this down, I would actually like to have it, the row kind of completed in that each of the beacons and assembly machines is fully moduled, so what we're slapping down is fully moduled, so I don't have to run back and manually do all of that kind of thing. Fully moduled and fully piped, I guess, is where we're getting to. So, these ones all need it as well. I'm not entirely sure if reducing the electrical network makes it worthwhile to have this slightly greater quantity of bot travel that will result from those extra 5 gaps. It's something that I may actually take into a test environment and check. I'll do that when it's done. So, yeah, let's get a few of these guys in. Do I have many beacons left? Not really. Has the beacon train been yet? Yes, it has. All that rubbish we sent away yesterday, we're starting to bring it all back. That's good, because I don't even want to look, but I suspect my Make Everything factory is a little bit overloaded. So using some of this stuff up again is all to the good. We need to reduce the amount of time we're in this mode of not really doing anything. Okay, so pipes, yes, pipes are useful, but beacons right now are what we're really about. 200 and say 400 speed modules. If they can fit, they can just. That should be fine. I don't need you guys. So there's a lot of pipe getting here, which is not ideal. I guess it is what it is. Alright, let's throw our guys out and let them lay down these beacons for me. Thanks guys, you can come out now. Right, that appears to be those, so now we just need to get these boxes sorted out. Some of them are sorted out, some of them are not, so don't need that anymore. There we go, and let's get our bots back in. Okay, bots out. Productivity into the assembly machines. And finally, that there is our our new design. How does it compare to the old? Quite a bit more condensed. Let's use some Invini zoom so we can see the full effect. So we are slightly more than slightly more than a whole unit and a half, so it's about 3 in total. So it's like we've shrunk this to 11. That is a pretty decent effort. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's get our new our new version. Now I want to try and center it on these carriages. One, two, three. Should be something like about that. 1, 2, 3. Now let's just check the range of one of these. That seems to be covering the logistics network chests, which is what we were after. So that's good. This thing here can be moved right up here. That would certainly help, I think. Need to be there. It can be extended to something like that. And that is our new stack design for processing units. With a bit of luck, that is a little bit more process efficient. That is 1, 2, 3. In line with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's slap that down, get it built, get it ordered, get it built. Get our processing units multiplied. A fairly nice multiple. Where is this? Maybe I haven't taken this whole thing yet. There's a blueprint, but we don't need that one for sure, so let's do that. Oh, I can't actually pick up this part because it needs to effectively swap depending on which way this is facing. So when I do it this way round, it's down the bottom versus this way. And this is exactly the same capacity that we had before, just a more efficient bot travel path. So, there you have it. Now, where is the pump thing? There it is. With a bit of luck, we can find a place to... yeah, that's right. There. So with these ones, it because it's been rotated, we have these ends here when we need those ends actually down the other end. this. And the same thing here, of course. Right, that's it. Let us get rid of some trees. Well, get rid of some trees with bots. I was going to try and build out the whole thing, I forgot that. Not actually what I wanted it to do, so let's just come down here. I mean, we do want it to do that, but just not yet. So let's take the bots back off. So now what I want to do is basically clear another blueprint. Yeah, this is going to be a bit hard. We're going to have to actually run, because we don't have radars up, we're going to have to just run over the whole thing and work out what it is we need. Let's just start over here. It's not going to work. Let's run up here. This lot I can pick up. Bots. They'll all get reused very soon. If they fit, which they don't. Never mind. Leave them marked for deconstruction. Let's just throw some of those materials in there for the moment. There we go. Okay, bots away. Grab our blueprint, because this will give us a count of all the resources we need for the supply train. We're going to have to start higher than that. Start up here. So we'll get a couple of extra boxes that we don't need, but never mind. All the way out to here. That should do. That is our count. Let's go to the supply train and order up all of that. And then start laying it down. I don't want you to fill me up with stuff. Okay, so you keep ordering 2,000 concrete. Okay, that's nice. Let's turn you off as well. Oh, that's going to get rid of all of those. Never mind. We'll soon fix that. Okay, so we need about 2,000 rail. Let's do it. 2,000 rail. What else? 1,600 speed modules. We probably already have that. We probably do, yes. 840 beacons. I guess we'll get 100 more speed 100 more speed modules. Speed modules. Let's get 100 more. Let's get 100 beacons, because we've got 200 beacons. We seem to be slightly low. Okay, looks like we probably need about 200 stack inserters. We have 550, we need 672. Let's get 200 of these guys. Let's just make it 350 of the pipe to grounds, 400 red boxes, 200 blue boxes, do we have 200 flat pipe or straight pipe? It doesn't look like it. I'll bump that up to 500, I think. I guess we may as well just go 200 assembly machines. We can always put them back into the nest afterwards. How about 100 of them? Oops. 100, what else? 100 of the substations. Signals, medium poles. We still need 70 medium poles. Right. 100 pumps. Yes. Let's just put down 30. Tanks. We need 12 tanks apparently. Let's just get 20. And some other riffraff. Alright, go and bring us that stuff. And guys, I think I'm going to leave it there because we are probably out of time. What I'm basically going to do is connect up the line that we've got here, I think just down to here, because I think we probably are a little bit short, and lay this out, and that should be our game. Looks like we're getting most of this on a single train. Wow, that's pretty good, and the train should be on its way almost immediately. I'm actually surprised we can fit all that on one train. Never mind. Okay, but that'll have to do until next episode. Thanks for joining me in this. Looking forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.